Hey, what's going on, G-Ballers? I have a new knife here to share with you, coming in from the Best Tech crew. If this is your first time stopping by, you have found yourself in the corner of YouTube where there are people obsessed with knives. Welcome to GBall Vision. Feel free to drop a comment below. Let me know what your carry is for today. This is a new release for Best Tech, and it is called the Glock, G-L-O-K, and these are available. I'll have links to this down in the description. And from everything I know, this is a new design, and it's actually going to be in the affordable side of the Best Tech line. Remember, Best Tech also has a sister company called Best Techman, and they do varying budget knives. Now, this one isn't quite down on the Best Techman side. This one's going to come in at like 68 bucks. We are going to be looking at 14C28N, which is awesome. I haven't had many or any Best Techs in 14C, so this will be one to really kind of use and get a feel for. This is a Kinu design, and we have seen many from him in the past. We have textured G10 handles, and I believe they have several different iterations of this knife. Stonewash blades, coated. I think they have different colored G10s. We are looking at a deep carry clip, very minimal, and slim pocket clip. We'll have to check that here in a moment, and it is going to be right-hand carry only. We do have a plunge lock for our locking mechanism. Springs feel good. Action feels good. I am really waiting for the day that companies are just spitting out button compression locks and button frame locks. I still enjoy a good plunge lock though, if it's done properly. I have 8 inches overall to the bottom of our pocket clip there. We're at 3 1/4 cutting edge and 3 1/2 total blade. We'll bring out some comparison knives. We got the Benchmade Bug Out up top and the Vastid Raccoon here on the bottom. And this is going to tower over both of those. Go ahead and get our 50 ways baked in Hank out here and see what this pocket clip looks like. It's definitely going to have good retention. You have that textured G10, and that has a pretty tight spring on it. Now, as far as what this will and won't fit in, that is going to be up for debate there. You can see clearance. Now, this isn't an extremely thick seam. I would say this is fairly similar to a standard jean pocket, but if you start to add thicker seams to this, you might run into some issues with that. On top of the texturing, it is definitely going to hold the knife in place. I wonder what that thumb disc is made out of there. We'll get our 50 ways baked in Hank out here and see what this pocket clip looks like in the pocket. Check the retention, and it's definitely going to be nice and tight. You have that frag texturing, which is also going to help keep this knife in its place. That is going to carry nice and deep. It is a very minimal clip and slim. I will say that. It is a good looking clip. I think it might cause trouble with certain thicknesses. That's always up for debate. Try to leave as much room as possible with your pocket clip while still giving good retention. And that is something that has to be dialed in, of course. No lefty love either. I think should have the option for lefties. Go ahead and get the arch nemesis out here, and we'll give this old Glock here a weight check. Now, I guess the weight of the knives on the channel here, and I invite you to play along. Put your guess down in the comments. Let me know what you think this fellow weighs right here, just off my description. And it's okay to be wrong. I often am. So we do have recessed steel liners and some milling internally there on both sides, down into the G10 as well. It's not real heavy whatsoever, and we do have 3 1/2 inches of blade here. I bet it's down under 3 1/2. Let's say like 3.3, 3.4. Oh, it is 3.5. Okay. All right. And 100 grams. We'll get the calipers out here and we'll get a couple of measurements on the handle and blade. 0.44 and 11.3 millimeters for the handle thickness. We'll check our blade stock thickness here. We're at 3.1 millimeters and 124 thousandths. We'll move to the behind the edge thickness here. And that's coming down there 21 thousandths. So nice and thin. It's standard, but it's on the thinner side of what I would say is average. 0.41 millimeters. Let's see how the Glock cuts out of the box. Give me that Glock 2000. What knife was it from Kaiser? First one to answer gets a cookie, chocolate chip, warm out of the oven. What knife from Kaiser also had a similar blade shape to the Glock? Put it down in the comments. You get a warm chocolate chip cookie. Okay? Great edge on this thing here. It is a brute blade for sure. And then if the camera will pick it up here, let me grab my hand. Well, I don't need to grab it. I can just move it. But if you look right at the end out here, it thickens up nicely. So that is going to be great for what it's worth to be able to really puncture this into something if need be. But that stays nice and thick going out to that tip. That belly's going to be nice for a lot of different cutting tasks. And then you have a decent straight edge here as well. Unique design, and Keanu and Bestech are no strangers to doing unique stuff and really pulling it off. This definitely won't be everyone's flavor, but hey, I can get down with it. Not my prototypical flavor either, but we got to keep things in perspective, like I always say. Grab our off-grid driver here. We'll check our hardware. We're looking at T6 on the body and the pocket clip. T8 on the pivot. Would love to see T8s all the way around and a reversible clip. Now let's move over to a couple of checks here. We are centered up there. Looks good. The action, as I said earlier, good springs in there. If I don't hold myself up, reverse flick is easy because you have plenty of room to come underneath there. And then obviously thumb flick is very easy. That does have a slight bit of jimping there along the sides, but this corner's rounded and you can kind of just come up underneath and on the side there. Really get good leverage on it. I've been coming around on the tabs and the discs. If they're done right, you know what I mean? If they're uncomfortable or don't work very well or they're not placed right, then of course, no. But when they're done well, placed well, all that sort of thing, I've been coming around on them because I have a couple of knives with a thumb disc style deployment and they work very well and they're comfortable. This is fitting into that same class, I would say. We'll get the old spine whacker off the toolbox here and we'll give this thing a couple of love taps. We'll start out towards the tip and we'll close it and check it. I don't have a ton of experience with Bestech's knives, not a ton. So we don't have a lot of data to go off of when it comes to lock test. So far, this one sounds good and it feels good. Good. Yeah, we gave that one a couple of extra taps. I just wanted to get an idea. It sounds good. It feels good. Nice and strong. Yeah, I expect, though, Bestech, Bestech is no slouch when it comes to innovation and doing various things. I suspect that it won't be long until they're pumping out various other button style locks other than just plunge locks. You'll have to let me know. What do you think of the new Glock here? I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button on your way out. If you enjoy knife and EDC content, you're in the right place. Make sure you're subscribed. I'll pop up a couple of new videos. Go check one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.